What's up, people? It's just after 2 o'clock on Monday on my lunch break. Decided to skip lunch and go for a walk. Do not have much time. Only got maybe 15 minutes or so left of break. Got a lot of crap on my mind, but at the same time, I feel like I will have a hard time expressing it because I got like that. My head is like in the clouds, if you know what I mean. My head feels like, I don't know, hard to think. I didn't get enough sleep. I got like 4 hours of sleep. Sleep schedule got off over the long holiday weekend, and Monday comes around, and yeah. So lack of sleep. Feeling a bit like a zombie. But did have a little bit I wanted to talk about, man. The one thing, because it's this thing with Elon Musk, man. When when he starts getting in these days where he starts like tweeting a lot about trying to get people to have more kids. It's so cringe, man. It is. It's fucking like makes my skin crawl. It is so cringe. Like when the guy, put it this way, when a person whose net worth means he is owed the labor of tens of thousands, maybe even a million or more men, he's literally owed the lifetime's worth of labor of like a million men. That's why he wants you to have more kids. Guys gotta think about how the barter system works and what debt actually is. And when somebody has money or value, price, like what that actually is when you redeem a debt note. It's the barter system. It means I did this much work. I don't want to spend it right now. I'm going to save it for later. I want to redeem it for the equal amount of work at some point in time. So that is how debt works, people. Like, it's not, the whole world is in debt. The whole thing. If you look at the world debt clock, we're not in debt. It's not like there's a couple countries doing real good that are like not in debt and we're like we all owe them. No, we are in debt to each other. It's simple. We aren't only in debt. We aren't in debt to anyone except for each other. Me to you, you to me. Like, that is what the world is in debt to. And the debt clock is getting so bad. That is the difference. That is the imbalance between what is owed, between what can actually be produced. So when that number starts getting real high, that means the people that are worth a lot of money will have a hard time redeeming that value because we don't produce that much. And the only way to give them more is to take less from everyone else. Like it's like a balance. You can't break it. It's a balance, man. You can't create value for free or out of thin air. Somebody's got to do the work. Like, I mean, money is valued a lot on supply and demand, right? So if there's excess supply, that means that a lot of work is being done, but it's not like needed, like excess. Like that means that like we have excess, right? Like we've done all this work and we only need this much. We produced, X amount and we only needed Y amount and have like a surplus. Or the opposite, right? It is true. We need this much. We did this much work and we only got this much out of it. Like it takes more work to produce than what we actually get back. Like we get back less than what we put in, right? And we're in debt. So things like it's easiest to use the dollar, but this holds true for anybody's currency. You take something like the dollar, and a lot of its value comes from the fact that you can redeem it for the population's labor. It's a debt note. If you hold an American dollar, that means Americans owe you $1 worth of labor. The value of it can be artificially increased by getting other people to use it that aren't part of our system, that aren't doing labor here. So stuff like, say if you get like the whole world to trade oil with the dollar. So like if every country like wants to buy and sell oil, they use dollars. That's going to create an artificial demand for them, and it would artificially increase the price of them. The only true value that they hold is if you want to actually if you want to redeem them for someone's labor, an American. So the only real reason that people should want dollars is if they want American-made products and services, because to buy our stuff, we use dollars. So if you want to buy something that I have, you need dollars. It's complicated, but it's not. It's complicated, but it's overly complicated. It's actually simple. And I'm telling you, it is cringe, man, when somebody like Elon Musk, who is owed a debt from a large percentage of the population, is trying to encourage you to have more kids. There seems to be kids out here today, huh? Seems to go with the theme. So yeah, I don't really got much more to say. I have to get home and my alarm just went off. It means my break is done. But you gotta understand, man, that there's no way that debt clock directly relates to the disproportion, to the imbalance between classes, the imbalance between what is owed and what's produced. So there's few that are owed almost everything, and the majority have to produce it for them if they so desire it. That's the truth. I mean, I'm simplifying it, I am, but that's the truth. We're only in debt to those who can afford to pay for our labor, who hold a debt note, literally hold a claim to future labor produced. So if you hold the claim to a shit ton of future labor to be produced, Elon's probably thinking about more. He's thinking way out. He's thinking he needs you to have kids so that his kids can redeem their debt from you, and his kids' kids, his grandkids, and he needs future liquidity. He needs more people, or they will not be able to do that. He knows it'll collapse, because it's collapsed before many times in the past, when there's not enough people to keep up with the imbalance. You know what I mean? Think about it. If there's a small imbalance, everybody can do just a little bit of extra work and nobody really notices. We can make up the difference. The imbalance gets bigger, everybody's got to do a little more work, extra work on top of what we actually need to make up the difference. Right? Think about it. The bigger the imbalance gets, the more extra work everybody else has got to do to make up the difference, to pay for somebody else that's not doing any work. And especially when they want it in mass and they want huge things, you know, like fucking yachts and mansions and, you know, big ticket items and things that take lots of time and energy to produce and labor. So when I say it's fucking cringe to watch Elon Musk telling people to have kids, it's because it's fucking cringe. It makes my fucking skin crawl. Peace out, people.